Hi everybody, welcome to Touchlineashibel. Please subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment on this video, and share with your guys really. But I just wanted to say that because I've been thinking about this. Yeah, so should we be patient with Ineos? Should we be patient with Ineos? And is it too early to judge? Should we wait until the end of the transfer window? Or do you think this patience and this haggling of Ineos, this patience buying by Ineos has cost us in a way? I mean, the transfer window doesn't end until like the end of August, I think. So, because I've been thinking about this really, and I'm thinking, do I really like the strategy that Ineos are employing now? Because when you look at it, yeah, we've signed just what 3 players. Cardalo, I mean, it's gonna be our second choice goalkeeper. Andre Santos, I don't know if he's going to start. We've bought Yuri Tillemans, who I think plays in the same position as Mainu. I stand corrected though, because Yuri Tillemans is not a CDM, or he's not a DM, and he's not a 10 either. So where's Mainu going to play? Where's Yuri Tillemans going to play? I don't know. Though we've got lots of games this season. Yeah, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League itself. So there's going to be lots of games to play. I know that, but everybody would want to start, which is actually good. It helps the team because then there's competition for places, and everybody's trying to give their 100%, 110%, 120% in every game, and everyone's trying to cement their place in the team. Like I said, it's going to be difficult because everyone is fighting to stay there, which I think is a good thing for the team, and it's a good thing for where we want to be as a football club or as a team either. But like I said, we signed just 3 players, 1 goalkeeper, second choice, and a CDM. I don't know, is Andre Santos a CDM or a CM? I don't even know. And another CM, no CDM yet. And that's the position we desperately need to fill, and that's a position we really need to cover going into this season because Casemiro has gone. Ugarte, which even though he wasn't injured in the World Cup, I think he would have gotten sold, and even if he hadn't gotten sold, would have still signed another CDM. So now, to me, we need like 2 CDMs. I don't know if we're going to be employing the youth or deploying the youth there, but I feel like we should have signed the CDM by now. Yeah, you might want to argue that Ineos are being patient and they're penny pinching, if you want to say, but this patience and this waiting by Ineos is starting to be frustrating. I have different perspectives and different opinions on this, but I'm just going to start with the positives. Now, I think I like the fact that there's not too much noise. Yeah, Ineos just go and boom, you just get here we go, boom. Just like Andre Santos, just like Cardalo, just like Yuri Tillemans, boom, boom, here we go. I think I like that. Even though it's so exciting when you just come online and then you see that, oh, we signed a player and a good player. Or you signed a player that's gonna be in the first team. Oh yeah, there's the young kid from Tottenham, what's his name? Thompson or something. I can't remember now. Whom I don't know, or I don't think is gonna start. Some say he might be like an aid in heaven who's just gonna be there on the bench and then just take his chance and then probably be among the first team and then possibly start some games. So that's like 4 players if you want to look at it. But is that the sort of signing you want us to make if we want to qualify for the Champions League next season, or maybe even compete for the title or win some trophies? Definitely not. I've not seen much of the guy, and I don't want to just write him off even without watching him play. I tried to watch like compilations of him on YouTube, but I just didn't have the time to really go far into the video. So I'm really going to watch it after making this video, and then give my verdict on him. But back to what I was saying, I think I like the fact that it's just quiet for some time and then boom, we sign a player so that we don't have other teams talking to our targets. Well, it doesn't really change anything if you look at it, because whether we make all the noise, some teams might just go in to sign these players. Even if we don't make the noise and a particular team like that player, they might still go in to sign the player nonetheless. So it doesn't really change much. What I'm saying is I like the quietness, the tranquil, and then boom, here we go. And I know that Manchester United hardly do multiple deals at the same time, but I think doing quiet or leaving the deals quiet like this with no noise, without raising any dust, it can probably help us to do multiple deals at the same time, because because no team is trying to sign this player we are actually talking to. Yeah, we can be talking to this player and be talking to another player at the same time. It should help, but I don't know. I don't know if that's helping at all. But that's how I see it, though. Like I said, it's my opinion at the end of the day. So that's how I think. Those are the positive sides to it for me. Negative side is we are wasting time. We are really wasting time. I always like it when the player comes in early, joins the team in pre-season. That way he blends. They start to form relationships on the pitch, patterns. Or you're going to be here when I do this. You're going to be there when I make this pass, when I make this run. So it's always nice when the player comes in and gets pre-season. That's how I see it, though. But like I said, Ineos are the ones in charge. And they feel like they want to take their time, beat their time before they make their signings. They don't want to be mugged off in the market. They don't want to have their pants pulled down in the market, which I understand because we've been victims of this in the past. I mean, look at Chelsea signing Morgan Rogers for £113 million, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, just imagine. For teams that are not playing the Champions League, you can see they are building. In fact, I don't want to go into that right now. Let me just stick to the subject matter. That's what Ineos are looking at. They don't want to pay the Manchester United tax, which I still get, and they're trying to be patient, but it looks like there's no time. If we are going to waste time to sign players, and then we feel like other teams are going to want to give us their players on the cheap when it's coming towards the close of the transfer window, then we really need to reassess. Because okay, now look at this. Now it's like 5 days, 6 days before the close of the transfer window. Unless that team has a particular target and they've nailed down someone to cover a particular position. Okay, for example, say Brighton want to sell Baliba. No, he wasn't a mainstay in the team, but let's say, I mean last season, but let's say he was a mainstay in the team and we go like 5 days to, and then we actually splash the cash. And we say, well, this is the amount we want to pay for Baliba. And maybe that was the fee that Brighton had put down, but because it was close to the end of the transfer window, then Brighton should the fee up. Who's lost in that situation? At the end of the day, it's us. Brighton get to keep their player. You might say they'll lose some money, but they get to keep their player, and they don't have to start scampering the market looking for a player to replace Baliba or to fill in that position. So I feel like this is another disadvantage of this thing. In as much as we are trying to save, it puts us in a precarious situation where we might overspend and not even get our targets at all, therefore making us a weak team going into the season. So in as much as it looks like wisdom, it's not really wise when you really deep it. And right now the market is inflated. Look at Elliot Anderson. Look at the amount he went for. I was talking about Morgan Rogers. Look at the amount he went for. Another crazy transfer has happened this season. I can't remember. But yeah, look at the amount Mateus Fernandes went for. Look at the amount Tonali went for. So the market is inflated. So I just feel like we have to come to terms with the times now. I know that this is what business is like. This is what, I mean, look at Arsenal signing Declan Rice for 100 million. Look at the amount Moises Caicedo went for. Look at the amount Ekitike went for last season as well. Look at the amount Isak went for. So the market is inflated right now. We just have to come to terms with it and then roll with the tides, or else we'll be left behind. When Arsenal signed Declan Rice, everybody was raving about, oh, it's too expensive. He's come from West Ham. Why should he cost that much? But look at how he's helped them over the years. I think it's been like 3 years or 4 years now, and they've gone on to win the league. So it's paid off in the end, and he was a major character in that team. He was a mainstay in that team. He was a major part of that team that won the league last season, that actually got to the final as well of the Champions League. So the long run, it's going to pay off. I feel like Ineos should really reassess themselves and reassess the situation and reassess the market. I know there's data analysis and everything right now, but they really need to assess and say, okay, this is what we have to do and get those signings in quick. We need the left back. We need a DM. I would have said 2 DMs, but I don't want to be greedy. We need a DM, a left back, probably a centre back, because Martinez is injured now. We don't know when Martinez is coming back. We need, you might say a left winger, but we've got Dogu there, we've got Kunia there, and Rashford might be reintegrated into the team. The right winger, yeah, we've got Mbeumo and Ahmad. Yeah, we need another striker. So you see, there's lots of positions to fill. Bruno is a machine. He can play all the games in the season. But even though he doesn't, we've got Tielemans, we've got Mason Mount, we've got Cunha who can play in that number 10 role. But what I'm saying is we really need to step it up. We really need to wake up and get our signings in. So for me, in as much as this Ineos strategy has its benefits, I feel like the negatives outweigh the positives. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye-bye.